What is up, my ninjas? I am Strident, and today we are taking a look at the C.O.R.P.S Rainfire by Lanard. This comes from the C.O.R.P. The C.O.R.P have been somewhat competition for G.I. Joe for years. I did a video on like an overview over the C.O.R.P figures, and I plan on doing one where I do an overview over the vehicles. But these two vehicles dropped this year. Earlier in the year, Joe fans in the UK posted, their, picking this up and what they thought about it, along with the Beast Bomber. And now, finally, these things are hitting US shores. I got this and the Beast Bomber for 25 bucks a piece. I think at Walmart they're both 25 right now. I think that's a Christmas price. They normally go for about 40 bucks. So it's kind of dope to get it for almost half. It might even be $49.99. I can't remember. I know they were more expensive. These guys here kind of show you that Hasbro is always pulling our leg and giving us crap when they try to tell us that a big vehicle needs to cost billions of dollars, and it's super expensive. But I'm gonna show you what's awesome about this thing. All right, this is a helicopter transport or troop transport, dual rotor helicopter. It's kind of based off of the Chinook, which is a dope helicopter that we have via or courtesy of datsme. Now, a super vital piece to playing with this thing is the handle, the carrying handle. You need this so you can play with it, because this thing is long and sometimes cumbersome depending on the angles you're holding it from. And to get it to do the things you want it to do, you need a handle. This is for all of us who actually want to play with our stuff. Now, if you want to hang it, then hey, you have room to hang it. Rainfire. This thing is a behemoth. Let's see if you can see that. Still out of the frame, sorry about that. This thing is huge. So huge that my review is looking weird because of it. Huge. Freaking huge. Look at that shit. I think I might just have to take pictures and call it a day. I want to do so much in-camera stuff, you know what I mean? Maybe So we've got a sliding door on one side that reveals a gun. And I'm going to go into detail with this in just a few minutes. Beautiful stuff. You can easily put a Cobra Trooper on there, or a C.O.R.P figure on there. You have on the other side, well, sorry, the front. You have your beautiful, cockpit. It seats two. It's pretty. Then on this, you've got your cool, your gears or whatever, your sticks. But anyway, let's talk about the cockpit first. It's a nice translucent red. You can see your pilot or pilots through the nice translucent plastic windshield. This thing easily seats two. You can easily sit one if you want to, obviously, but it sits two. I have a C.O.R.P figure and a Joe, so you can see that the bigger C.O.R.P figures fit side by side with Joe's. Then you have a staging door on one of the sides. I love this because if you have characters that are, paratroopers, you need a staging area. As well as if you have heavy machine gunners that during some type of rescue op, you need to lay down cover fire, you've got these guys ready to just stand in that bay door and just mow down the enemy. Now, there are little handles on the sides for them to hold on to so they don't fall. There is a kind of a rod that goes across the top of it that you can hold on to. There's also a piece that has pegs that are on the front and the back sides that you could peg into the backs of your C.O.R.P figures. That's what the blue shirt is holding on to. There's also a little, I want to say like a bungee cord cable type deal that you can hook, that has a hook that you can hook to your figures, a harness. There's plenty of seating. This is in the end closer to the cockpit. You've got two sets of seats. You've got seats on one side and on the back, and then you can close it all up. Now that door, also on the body of the door, like when you have it wide open, there are pegs that you can actually use to hold up your core or stand your core figures, which is awesome. Then on the other side, you have a sliding door. Like I showed you earlier, I put some bullet hole stickers there. And behind the sliding door is a heavy machine gun. Awesome. It's actually connected to the side wall of the interior of your copter. You can easily, like I have a blue shirt standing there, you just have him stand there, hold onto the gun, and just lay down that cover fire. It's perfect, man. They thought about this stuff. The back, you have your cargo bay door, your main cargo bay door. This thing it's kind of small. The clearance is kind of low, and it's kind of, I don't know, it fits, it has pegs on it also, so it can fit your guys on there with no problem. And it opens up into the back. So if you wanted to, say, shoot a scene where you needed to move the figures that are on the side, you could actually reach in there. There's plenty of room. Plenty of room. But you can see it looks good having them, pop in and out of that back portion. Then when you look on the inside, you can see what the interior looks like. It looks pretty damn realistic. You don't need much more sculpting. You also have seating. I love the seating. You need to have the seating. It wouldn't make sense to not have it. And it's low enough that you can have your guys sit and they look official. I like it. I like it a lot. And now for the gimmick. Ugh. So on the front above the cockpit, there is a giant cannon. It's a Gatling cannon. On the handle, there are buttons. And, one is for effects, the other one is for sounds, lights, and effects. Comparison time. Here it is compared to the Chap-made Chinook helicopter. Like I said, this thing is a monster. It's pretty damn long and it's fairly big. That's what she said. Here it is compared to the Night Raven from Rise of Cobra, and here it is compared to the Chap-made True Hawk. It's pretty good. Pretty damn good. The size looks good. And now for the bottom line. It's pretty simple. You have a really awesome transport helicopter. You can use it for the Curse as they were intended, or you can use them for Cobra. You can use it for G.I. Joe if you want. I didn't put the stickers on. The stickers are actually real neon and very flashy, looking stickers, and I don't think they fit the design for this so much. I prefer having a more low-key look because this is very kind of near future-ish looking, very sci-fi-ish. When I say sci-fi, it's like the kind of shit you would see in a near future sci-fi story. But there's so many features, everything. It's overall, the build quality is really nice. So if you drop this thing, or if it falls off or wherever you have it hanging from in your man cave or whatever, it's not going to break. It's just not going to. So this is a very quality piece of engineering that easily works with your Joes, your core figures, your EDI, Elite Forces, whatever it is you want to put in this thing. It'll work perfectly for them. I'm making it a Cobra transport because Cobra doesn't have anything, and I feel like we need to kind of, mix things up, and give them something, make them a little bit more well-rounded, The big thing here, though, is unlike Hasbro, Lanard has been making these kind of vehicles at a very nice price, super low prices. You're not getting cheap build quality, despite what a lot of haters will say, because there's a lot of people who are like G.I. Joe purists that will say stuff like, it's got to be G.I. Joe or they're not going to buy it. Good for you. I'm going to thin, or pad my ranks with quality shit from other companies. I've always talked about this, and Lanard does a good job doing that. C.O.R.P.S is another one that does an awesome job giving us some of that stuff that we need. They've even branched out into the near future, you know, more concept looking, concept design vehicles, you know what I mean? With all their recent Sentinel-1 stuff. But overall, this thing is worth the money. 25 bucks. You know that if Hasbro released this, it'd be some collector club exclusive. It'd be, you know, plus the cost of the exclusive, the vehicle itself would be like 200 bucks, and they give you all these excuses as to why it costs so much and how hard it is to do the only thing that a toy company does. So, you know, if you're tired of that sort of thing and you're actually looking for a good alternative, this is where you look. These things are hitting Walmarts right now. They're all over the place. They're plentiful. Pick one up if you can. Next, I'm going to be doing a review of the Beast Bomber, which is a huge, huge cargo plane. It's now Fenris Company's main plane. We're going to upgrade to the Wyvern, but these guys are just killing it. And if you really, like I said, if you want quality stuff, you know, that Hasbro's not going to make, this is where you go. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. This has been my review of the C.O.R.P.S Rainfire helicopter by Lanard. It's quality S-class stuff. I don't have anything to complain about with this vehicle. Oh, it also has landing gear. I forgot to say that. It has wheels, so you can land it and roll it around. Putting it together was simple. You know, storing it is simple if you have a man cave or a spot where you put all your stuff. I don't know, it's just quality. So if you see one of these guys, pick it up right now. Right now, these guys go for 25 bucks at Walmart. Pick it up as soon as you can. That's it for me. You guys are being great. Peace outside.